Yeah.
It's only going to cost us $3.90 to come down from wherever there to Vernon,
Okay.
near, between Sudbury and North Bay. She said,
I don't know which one you go. Okay, where's my gavel?
"That's buggies and horses."
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our welcome to a special meeting of August the 24th, 2021. Does any member of council have any pecuniary or financial interest? Okay, Mr. Brown, you can do so at the time, okay? Everyone's had a minute to look at everyone's had an opportunity to look at the minutes from July the 13th, open and closed, and August the 9th, open and closed. Could I have a motion for those minutes, please? Motion on the floor, council.
Moved by Debbie Francie, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion to approve minutes of special meeting held on July 13th, 2021 and August 9th, 2021, open and closed.
Discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Council, we're going to move around a little bit on the agenda tonight, if you don't mind, if I have your permission. I'm going to ask Chris to introduce our guest. I'm going to give her 15 minutes to make a presentation to council. So we're really honored that you're here tonight, Ruby. So Chris, could you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. This is Ruby McMillan, our summer student community development assistant. Ruby's been working with us since May, and I'm happy to say she's done a lot of amazing work that she's going to show you all right here. We're surely going to miss her when she's gone, but we wish her the best. Her last day is this Friday. I thought it was important for Ruby to come to a council meeting and kind of see what it's all about, but also give a presentation to you, to council, in her own words about what she's been up to this summer and all the great projects she's been working on. So without further ado, over to you, Ruby.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for giving me the floor and allowing me to speak here. Bear with me, again, it's in my own words, so I've got a little introduction and stuff. And all of you should have a package with the text and then a package with posters and such, and yeah, and the brochure one. So I'll let you know when those all come off. They're all labeled. So just to introduce everything, this summer working under Chris as community development assistant has taught me valuable lessons about municipal politics and working with my community, both things that will continue to be valuable, I'm sure, throughout my adult life. My role as community development assistant involved helping with and creating my own projects to help better the community, whether it be in the form of an event, an art installation, or social media presence. I learned a lot from this role, and I'm excited to share everything that I was able to work on this summer. So what follows is a list and summary of the community development associated tasks and projects that I've done over the summer. So you'll know what we've been up to. So the KHR Instagram account at KHR Township is one of the first things that I took on. So in order to achieve more of the following on this account, I wanted to use my basic knowledge just from using Instagram of its algorithm to boost interactions. So hashtags, bright colors, and interesting photos are some of the most important things that I find will get an account noticed, as well as consistently interesting posts that I try to maintain throughout the summer. For the time that I ran KHR Instagram, from about May 25th to today, the follower count has gone from the 70s to 230, which is a 119% increase, and 402 content interactions have been recorded between days. So another one of my responsibilities was to aid with event advertisement by creating posters and such, making social media posts and advertising around town for community events. And I have some examples of such posters in this package. We have 1, 2, and in that order in the package. I'll give you all a second to take a look. This position came with a lot of learning on graphic design. Okay. So another one of these projects that we worked on was mapping out the township. One of the things that we realized after we opened up the Visitors Information Center was that there is not really a resource that can properly demonstrate where a visitor can go to receive certain services. Like most of the maps are kind of incomplete that we have up in there. So we wanted to compile all the information into one source so that people know where to sightsee and more. So I took on the project of making my own map of each primary area of the township, till we well known Round Lake, and creating color-coded, alphabetically ordered legend to make sense of the information presented. So your copy of one of these maps and corresponding legends should be labeled 4 and 5. If you want to check those out, I only gave each number is here one of the maps just for the sake of not wasting use of paper. But I have all of them here if any of you are interested in taking a look or if you want to see afterwards. But everyone should have one. So the disc golf course is another project that Chris and I both worked on, the KHR disc course, which is going to be completed soon in Round Lake Park. My primary task in working on this project was making diagrams for the individual holes, of which there are 9, and a larger scale overall diagram to represent the full course. So this larger diagram is included and should be labeled with a 6 as well. This and the map were all handy drawn as well. And the duck poster, actually. The digital duck race, which was unfortunately postponed for a large part of the summer due to bad water conditions. In between that time, Chris and I both worked on videos to promote the event. I made little outfits for the ducks, made props, we scripted, we filmed, and more. That was kind of the more fun ones. The race is finally taking place, and we'll be wrapping up that project this week. So, got lots to work on for that. The Visitors Information Center project was one of my first assigned tasks. We were conducting a revamp of the inside in order to make it more visually appealing and reflective of Kills, Haggerty, and Richards as an area. The first thing that I think of as someone who does art myself is a village with a unique artistic perspective and a story to tell through art. I got into contact with OB Chaos to discuss how we might include art into the revamp, and thus the mural became a core part of the project. OB Chaos is responsible for the creation of the mural, with young local painter Abigail Clapper working on the painting. There is additional work to be done on the center, but overall we've made a lot of progress. Just to show you a little sneak peek of what's been going on, an image of the mural's current progress is included in label 7. So you should be able to see one of the walls. I don't want to give away too much, so you just get a little bit. When was the grand opening?
September 1st, last September 1st.
So you should all be able to see that one. So the Visitors Information Center Guidebook is a tool that I made to be used by the students working there, hopefully eventually by tourists as well. The book is a compiled source of information to be used for assisting visitors and answering questions by displaying things like Killuand area's history, places to stay, auto repair services, and businesses, each with a short bio. It can essentially be thought of as a study guide for the students' use, and hopefully eventually when health restrictions are lifted, it can be used by the public as well. So I have that here. I wasn't gonna print out all of these because there's a lot in it. So you all can see there's a table of contents. I have some emergency phone numbers. We've got retailers, and there's a lot of those, and they all have their own individual bios. So anyone who needs to know about a specific business can find that information just on the fly. We have auto repairs, landmarks, important locations, and there's another page on history as well. So basically anything that someone working there would need to know. Almost at the end here.
That's okay, you're doing well. Go ahead.
So the brochures, these 3 brochures were intended to go hand in hand with the area maps. They can also very easily be used individually. They provide useful information that tourists often inquire about, as I found whenever I was working at the Visitors Information Center. And they can take these ones home with them and continue to use the information compiled rather than just being told verbally and having to look it up later. I've included one of each of these brochures for your marking. I put a little thing that says 8, 9, and 10 on top of them. And I made all these as well. And then I just have some additional event assistance and administrative work, like the things that I helped with a little bit, which was Canada Day, the Environmental Action Tour, Music in the Park, Household Hazardous Waste Day. I helped with the Naturally Spirited newsletter, the swim program, end of season barbecue, and I helped running the Visitors Information Center for Stonefence Theater Nights. Okay. So in conclusion, I did want to note that since there was not enough time in the summer to fully finish out all of these, because we were quite ambitious, I will leave resources to help out with future endeavors and on the Instagram. So I was going to leave you a portfolio posts that you can use as well. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to Chris for being an excellent mentor, Mayor TJ for her support, and to all of the council members and staff here for being so welcoming. I feel very fortunate as I stumbled across this opportunity by chance and ended up learning a great deal about the way that municipalities work in bettering communities during my time here. So thank you all for your patience, thank you for listening, and for the overall learning experience.
Yogi, would you entertain any questions of council?
Okay, I will answer to the best of my ability.
Okay, that's all you can do, okay? First of all, Ruby, excellent presentation. These are awesome. Everything, yeah. So, my question, and I don't know how is the attendance at the Visitors Information Center? Did we have a lot of people coming in because of COVID or not?
I found so whenever I was there,
Yeah.
and A is also seeing the same things. We've had a pretty big influx of people even just coming for beaver tails and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, people came from 5 hours away to see Stonefence.
Well, yeah, I knew Stonefest was a big draw here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad they got rained out a couple of times, but yeah. And the other question I have, the red book that you showed that has a list of everything. I know that the Round Lake property owners have a directory that they give to their cottagers. So basically it's like a one-stop shop. It's got, here's some contact information. You guys look into upcoming events they had, when all the church suppers were going on and stuff. But I think something like that would be a good package to give to them so that when they have cottagers come into the area, they have something like that so that they know. Yeah. Any further comments or questions? So Ruby, I want to say that we all knew that you were going to excel, but you over-excelled what we expected. You have an amazing future ahead of you because of how you work and what you're able to do. And keep all of this, Because one day when you're going to be applying for a job, this can impress people that are interviewing you, right, Chris? Chris had nothing but praise for you about your ability to run with something and he didn't give you a lot to go on and then you ran with it. So I want to wish you the best and I want to, give my best to your mom and dad. They both approached me to thank me that we hired you and they had a lot of nice things to say about the municipality. So thank them for that. And good luck in all your endeavors. You're going to go places that you never imagined you would. So good luck, okay? Okay, let's go back to the agenda then. Council, you see all the meetings that are marked there. So make sure you mark them in your calendar. And we're going to go on to reports then. So Bob, could you give us your report?
All right. This is for the special meeting tonight. It's the activities undertaken since the last report of this committee. People that are on the EOCG have seen most of this before. So it's activity since July 13th. Fire, what have we had ongoing? July 15th, on fire came to check and certify our extinguishers. That's done. July 19th, SCBA presentation by Scott at an officers meeting. On July 21st, we had a fire committee meeting. July 21st, we did extrication training. You see a couple of pictures there. July 22nd, we had that nice flooding of Round Lake Road and Round Lake Fire Yard. It was very close to getting. If they'd been much longer to start the repairs on that, they might have lost some of that road. Because you'll see on the next page, that's way up by, what's his name? Yeah, Clarence Shire's place. His whole yard was flooded out. Our laneway you couldn't even see. So that was in July. June 27th, rather, we had 3196 Mountain View Road. We had flooded basement, cracking noises, something we don't normally attend to, but because they had some flooding, we thought we'd go check it out. And it ended up being a person that required some medical attention, so we called in the paramedics and she was shipped to the hospital. June 29th, we had the ladder and ventilation training. July 29th, we had Millstream Apartments fire safety plan that we revised. July 30th, motor vehicle collision at Foy Park bypass and Round Lake Road. You'll see the lovely little kiss job on the next page, which we had that 4x running the intersection, T-bone with the other car that was going down Round Lake Road. August 4th, we had a radio pager system which went down, which gave us some issues. We managed to put a temporary fix on it. It still hasn't been permanently fixed, but I think Bell's coming in next week to correct that. August 4th, fire extinguisher certification report from Dion. August the 9th, the tree and hydro line down at 637 Red Rock Road. August 21st, grand opening of the new fire hall. I guess you knew that because I think everybody was there. August 25th, that is this morning, smoke alarm on Red Rock.
So that's the 24th. Your day ahead.
Okay.
Tell me what the lottery numbers are.
Works for me. Okay, COVID-19 report. Renfrew County and District as of August 20th, confirmed cases of 768, resolved cases of 757, and 10 deaths. Ontario, as of the 22nd, confirmed cases at 560,000, resolved cases at 545,000, with deaths at 9,453. Nationally, we have confirmed cases at 1.47 million, resolved cases at 1.42 million, and deaths at 26,814. Internationally, we're getting some bigger numbers now. Confirmed cases have 212,442,701. Resolved cases, 190,076,561, with deaths at 4,442,332. Now we get into our illustrious COVID vaccination tracker, and in Canada, you can see that they put out 52,377,266 doses. In Ontario, $20,466,975. The entire provincial breakouts on the following page. Now I got a reminder at the bottom for Ted, Stanley, and John about our exercise tornado on September 30th. It'll be in this location.
Everybody have that? That was John, Stanley, and Ted, right? Ted's the chair. Stanley, John, do you have that marked in? Okay, Stanley, do you have it marked in your calendar?
Yep,
Thank you.
9 o'clock,
9 o'clock.
I even have that.
That's in the area.
Well, there you go. I better check that I have it. Oh, yeah. If I change it. Thank you for changing it, Mr. Chair. Okay, Bob, anything else?
No, I'll just wait to see about getting a bylaw passed.
Yes, okay. Yes, I'd ask that you do that. Okay, any questions of our fire chief? On behalf of council, I want to congratulate you and the firefighters for beautiful grand opening, and you know, people have called me to congratulate council, and I told the papers that if we're asking firefighters to do a job, we have to provide them with the resources to do so. So that's exactly the way council feels, and council made a good, strong decision, and so congratulations on everything well done. I know that your wife worked hard, and I want to thank Harold and Diane for their work there. They volunteered in that heat. It was very hot, so to everybody that volunteered, to the firefighters, thank you very much. Okay, any questions, guys, for Bob? Okay, he's gonna stay for the bylaw, so okay, we can move on. Why do I have deputy road super? I don't know. Okay. I deputy road. We didn't know how else to tell you.
We all know now,
Okay, can we have your report, Dean, please?
So probably within a month or so, we'll be installing some culverts and doing ditching on Heritage Road, Roman North, Lisk Street, William Street, Mountain View, and Broadway. Just waiting on Escalators, see if we can rent one ourselves to get a local contractor to put some in as their bigger culverts, and we need the reach for it, our equipment doesn't quite do it. And we'll be doing ditching as well on Campbell Street. So we've already installed some culverts with our own equipment, 3 on Mountain View, 1 in O'Grady Settlement, 1 on Innishook, and again, just with our own equipment. Catch basins, there's 2 on Road Street that we need repairing. The plastic and the cement underneath is deteriorating, so when a car goes by, it shifts, so the lids are really unstable, so those are going to be fixed. Regular road maintenance too as well. We're just cutting grass, grading, coal patching, and that, etc. there. One of our summer students' last day was on Friday, and the other one will be here until September 3rd. Our winter sand is complete. Our firewood is just about all piled in our woodshed for the winter. One of our employees completed a grading course last week. I attended our annual Renfrew County Road Supers golf tournament. It was held on August 18th in Guidebook, and there were 17 teams of 4, so it was a pretty good turnout. There was quite a few people there, and SBA was pretty popular.
Just thinking of that. That's for that,
So I guess council, got pictures.
Yeah. Everybody had that? Yeah.
So I had a request there. If you look at the very bottom, next to that's the catch basin, and the chip like this, so it's pretty close to the fence there along Brandon Street. And what they're requesting is wondering if the township would do anything with that. You'll see all the sand and everything here, a little bit deteriorating with the asphalt. And she was just wondering, because she said it comes from where Station Park is right now. The post office is a low lying area, but it comes, she said, from Station Park and kind of reroutes there to get across. So she was wondering if council was up to doing anything with that.
Brian?
Is that on our?
No.
I can't find any easements or if there's any records of anything being there, so no, it's not.
So at our EOCG meeting, Dean brought this up and I asked him to bring it up to council. I said no, but then I thought that I was losing my authority tonight, so I thought maybe council. It is private property. And I'm recommending to council that we not, Dean said there's no record of a catch basin been put there by the township or the town or anything like that, so they may in fact have done that themselves, the previous owners or workers or whatever from there. So, Dean, I asked him to bring it before you for consideration. Anybody have any questions on that?
It's on the post office. Yeah, it's about, the catch basin probably maybe 5-6 feet from the fence there.
That doesn't connect to our stuff at all.
No, that goes straight into Grand Street.
Any other question? Okay, so I'm recommending that we not, because it's on private property. Those in favor of what I said, raise your hand, please. Okay,
Most feds can't afford it.
pardon me?
Federal government can't afford it.
Okay, anything else, Dean?
Yeah, just as well, I don't know, so you
I put in everybody's.
the crosswalk you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
All one information? Yes. Yeah, here.
So we received a request, I guess, from principal at the Community College School, Waterloo. We'll have a crosswalk there. So I guess Nathan from the county reg was sent back to the school. Their policy on how to proceed with it, if council is going to be, if they want to proceed with it.
We have to pay for it then, right?
So the permit may permit the installation of pedestrian crossing. So these have to be submitted by the municipality. The pedestrian crossing is requested. The request shall be accompanied by a resolution by the council passed supporting the request. So upon that too, the county rental will conduct a 12-hour vehicle pedestrian volume traffic count to determine the volume and nature of traffic location proposed. And then they will decide, they'll take it to the road committee, I believe it is, and then go from there. So the county rental will, in conclusion, will be responsible for the costs associated with the annual operation and maintenance. The local municipality will be responsible for the annual pavement markings associated with the cost with the crossing. But the township, the municipality will pay for all the initial costs prior to them accepting it. So.
Okay, good explanation. You did a good job. Okay, questions on the crossing?
But to put this on for the next meeting, so it was better.
Okay, all right. Is
Because I
council,
did have a request again last week. for crosswalk.
no, maybe, no, sorry.
Do we have any idea what the cost?
I have no idea.
Is
Um,
this down at the school?
yes,
Oh, that is a bad one.
Mine's for a different spot.
yeah, see, that's, yeah, so,
Would that be like lights or just a walk?
I do believe it is just signage and walking. I do believe.
yes.
So I can't see the cost.
No, like it's not going to be that much. No,
It's more paint stuff, and
Yeah.
signs, right?
it's not going to be.
And then we have to maintain it.
They'll maintain, but we have to pay for.
We have to pay the upfront.
Year-
Oh,
year-
it's going to be accounted.
Yeah, it's not that they're paying the road. Yeah, it's actually.
Yeah, and
If you wanted the table to the next meeting, we can find out
yes, a little more.
what would it cost.
They know, they
for
must know the
pedestrian walk.
estimate. Yeah, okay. Okay, show of hands, that we bring it back next time? Okay, all right. And this would, again, council, it's your decision, absolutely. But it is a precedent-setting issue.
It's,
Because we've had other,
it's,
we've had other requests, that's all.
yeah, but wouldn't it be a school crossing?
Yeah, but they no longer, they don't want to pay, they think everything's being downloaded on us. I know some municipalities pay for those people to walk across and that, the municipality pays.
Mary Street has all those people out there when the kids are.
Yeah, the municipality pays, yeah. Okay, Dean, continue. So that's a good point. We'll get some more information and then council can make a good decision based on.
So the last council meeting, I do believe it was brought up on the Grady Sound Road about if they were wondering if the municipality would take over that section of the roadway or kind of veers through the property. We got more information on it and they will allow us to have 66 feet. There's not that right now and they'll pay for the full cost of it. So.
Yeah, who was the,
Victor Jupna, Grady Sound Road.
okay. So then they even pay to have it straightened?
They pay for the survey, they leave the road the way it is.
Okay, so they pay for all the costs of transferring
Cost,
66 feet to us.
To township surveys, the cost of transfers, water fees, or whatever it takes.
What about fencing? Is there fences there?
Um,
Are we gonna get somebody coming in saying,
There is no fence.
okay, council? Sounds okay. We have to get, up front, make sure we got the money up front, just so, not that I'm, go ahead, Frank.
Are we already looking after that section of the
Oh,
road?
yeah, it's not the, so it's just the way the corners is and everything, and it's not a true.
Right away.
Right away, yeah, exactly, so it's like a forced.
It's a horse road, so
It
we
won't change anything for you guys.
No,
actually make it better.
it could make it better in the long run if they ever decide to, take that rock breaker and just take some rocks off. And
We'd actually own the property.
So right now-
It's always better for the municipality to own the 66 feet instead of the road tracks, and you know that, because if stuff starts growing in, then we don't own the property, and it's difficult, but anyways, I think it's, especially if they're willing to pay. Okay, is there any other questions before I call for the vote on that? Those in favor of letting them do the transfer to us? Thank you, it's carried.
There's another request at Station Park. I guess when there's a lot of events going on there, right at the end of Station Park, there's two houses. And they're getting, we have like a line across and a no parking sign there, or no parking on the asphalt, but they're still going past that and parking on each side of the property. They like the music in the park, they like everything that's going on.
Oh, good.
They're just concerned that it's gonna get worse maybe if you let people keep parking there. And they couldn't get out the one time, they had to.
Well, that's not right.
They had to, so I did meet with her actually this morning.
Good.
And I kind of suggested to her, and she was okay with it. I just want to bring it to council, see what your thoughts were. But if we get like 6 or 8 foot curbs, like we do right in front of Station Park there,
Yes.
that way or whatever.
Yeah.
And we put one on each side, like just for the spring till the fall, and move it exactly the same like we do with the front on Station
Okay.
Park. Put one on each side. She was happy with
Eliminates.
that. I think.
And
it
she
would-
was okay with
She
that?
was okay with that. I got a couple prices there, 8 footers, they're about $85.
Oh, what a good solution.
So we go small, I'll measure them, we'll probably do the 8 foot, and if we have to, we can take the 6 from the center of the Station Park and move it there or whatever.
What a great.
Great.
What's your question, Carl?
No, I say so.
Brian?
This-
Oh, on
It's
which
in the
end?
parking lot, Station Park.
The end of the parking.
Oh,
Yeah, the parking lot.
There's the two houses there. The
So
one-
people are going beyond
Yes,
the.
yes.
And like, we have like the yellow on painted, still, and they're going onto their lawn too,
Yeah,
so.
okay.
That was very nice of her to, to just ask for some help there, and I appreciate that it's their property, we shouldn't have people invading their property, so, and blocking them in. It's awful. Now, can they get out then if, okay,
It'll
good,
just eliminate them driving on
Under-
grass.
yeah, and stuff like that, good. What a good suggestion, thank you, Dean, it's a cheap solution to a major problem. Okay, all those, what? Attaboy. Attaboy. It
That's
seems.
why I would definitely tell you. That's okay.
Okay, obviously, I scratched out deputy, so, that brought you right back. Okay, can I have, those in favor, please? Thank you very much, that's carried. Okay, Dean, anything else?
Yeah, just on the waste management report, either late this week or next week, we should be starting to haul some of our C&D out of there, get it cleaned up. So hopefully they'll be in there to get it cleaned up or whatever. I was looking at the brush pile bomb there. I think probably within another 3 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe we'll see how much brush comes in. If the fire department would be willing
Yeah,
to-
whether wait till long weekend, that'd be the last.
That's
one.
what I mean, probably 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, right? So.
Okay.
But if you want, if you're in there, keep an eye on it or whatever. Everything.
Okay, good, you're good. Okay,
And then on the weekend, or last weekend, we had some issues there. We had to get a couple of our dump trucks out there to hold some of the garbage there because I guess there was confusion there with the trucking company. Apparently, a few drivers had booked their COVID shots and took days off and they never notified the dispatch. So we're running. So we had 2 trucks, the tandem trucks booked, and they should be in there tomorrow morning. So hopefully we'll be in.
before the weekend.
We'll get it all back to the it should be. And that's it.
I was going to compliment you on that, but I'll refrain from doing that. Job well done. Deputy. Okay.
We can call him sheriff instead of deputy.
Deputy Dolan. Okay, any questions on the waste issue? Okay, anything else, Steve? Of course, the bills, eh?
Yeah. That's
Okay, I'll do the bills after. I'm going to take Chris's report and then we'll do the bills because Tyler's is gonna be longer, so, okay. Let's move to Chris's report. Chris, please, and thank you.
Thank you very much. So songs from the car. Had 2 shows so far. It's had great attendance despite the hot and humid weather. The rest of the lineup is listed here. This Friday is Mark Odette. Thursday, September 2nd is the History Bus. Friday, September 10th is Wilson Delacour. Thursday, September 16th is Neil Bonusman. And Friday, September 24th is Clint Gary. Swim program. We had a record enrollment this year with 72 kids. The barbecue was well attended. The kids and the parents had excellent feedback. They were very grateful to council for running this program this year, and they wanted me to pass that along. Special thanks to our swim instructors, Natalie and Dana, as well as Grace, our volunteer, for running a great program, and thank you to council for your assistance with helping run that event. The digital duck race, as Ruby mentioned, water levels are finally safe to not get swept in Golden Lake. And so the race will premiere on September 1st. We're extending the deadline to August 30th for people to enter, and anyone at home, if they want to enter, email communitydevelopment@khrtownship.ca.
Is that the little outfit?
No, Ruby had made if you watch in the videos, there's all kinds of different outfits of them.
Okay, I thought I did, but I guess I didn't get enough attention. I lost my little.
And the postponing announcement one, all.
Sorry?
And the postponing announcement one, the Duct Union all has.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That's what you have to mark. All right.
There's a lot of levels to that, yeah. So this one already got talked about, so I'll just say thank you to the Volunteer Firefighters Association for their assistance with the event, and again to Harold and Diane for volunteering. How about the barbecue? It was a great success despite being really hot. History calling. I'm not sure we're going to call it this, but I just kind of came up with a cool name for it just for now. It's a new partnership with Renfrew Area Seniors Home Support, Seniors Without Walls program. You might have seen their brochures in the mail. Other partners are the Killen Area Public Library and the Heritage Society. It's basically a party line call-in to share stories of history of Killen area. Amanda, their coordinator, reached out to me and asked what we could do, and I talked to her about some of the stuff that we were doing. And this kind of developed out of this. So it's basically everyone can call on the same line and tell stories about Killaloe, and there'll be history and all kinds of stuff. And I'm hoping that like-minded people will meet each other and kind of create connections like that. And the dates are September 23rd, October 12th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And as soon as I get the numbers and everything finalized, we're meeting this week. And then I'll forward that on to council with how, if you know someone who wants to be involved with that, I'll forward that to you and you can tell them to join in on the call. Frisbee Golf grand opening. I would like to propose a community grand opening of the KHR. I'm calling it the Discourse. The date proposed to be Saturday, September 11th, time at 1 o'clock. free community barbecue with the hot dogs, and then a registration to try to bring people in. This program we can basically run even when the snow flies because it's just there's meat.
Don't tell me there's gonna be snow on September.
There's not going to be snow on September 11th, but just for some more information, there is a program because we got the grant from Canadian Tire that will run afterwards for locals, and there's been quite a bit of people excited about it. So I'm hoping that the registration will be, the day will be where people can go and see the course, try it out, see if they like it, and then also a kind of call to action to register as well. And I'd like to invite the community, council staff, the media, and the Canadian Tire people. And I'd like to pull this from other cultural events. We already have the hot dogs and everything. It basically just be the advertising in the newspaper and drinks and stuff like that.
We'll go back to it.
Absolutely. Best costume ever contest. It's going to be returning October 4th. Further programming is going to be determined. I'm going to wait until a little bit closer to see where the trajectory of everything goes with the fall, to see what kind of events we're going to be allowed to do. So stay tuned for further updates, but for sure I'm doing the best costume ever contest because that was a really big hit last year and a lot of people really loved it. New park additions, picnic tables, we've got 2. We had some picnic tables break, the wooden ones, so we've gotten, these are structural plastic, so they're gonna last a lot longer. Garbage cans, a lot of birds and stuff were ripping through the garbages, and people were kind of throwing a lot of stuff in there. So these are kind of tamper-proof. Bike racks to support active living, and they're at the library, in the park, and at the Visitor Information Center. And we've got excellent feedback. I'd just like to publicly thank Dale for his help putting everything together and installing it and everything like that. Guidebook BIA, I'm super excited about this one. So the movie night was the first event that they had. They called it Toonie Tuesday. It was a huge success. We had 100 people. The new logo, which is on the next page, as you'll see, it's the KBIA, and it's a place to gather. As I mentioned before, we went with that name because it kind of goes off the Irish gathering, and it also kind of is a call to action to come into the village. Sign design is chosen, so I'm happy to show you that this is the sign that we are going to be getting. I'm really happy with it. It looks really awesome. It's very eye-catching. It's been quite a process doing it. And then this will be kind of furthermore the symbol, which is the KBIA symbol, which will be kind of building on wayfinding signage and that. So thank you to Matt Cherry for helping us design all that. Also updating, we're at $4,479 of our $5,000 goal. So we're making quite a bit of traction getting the fundraising going, thanks to the generous donation from council. So we're a little over $500 away from being able to run this whole project. So we've actually invoiced. Now we're going to get the signs made. And then hopefully in the next couple of weeks, come up with the next last little bit so that we can get the permits going, and then this project will be complete and on to the next thing. So the next step is public outreach, because coming into November, as the reason why we didn't actually formalize the BIA is because we have to go through the budgetary process, and there's a whole process that goes through it. So we're looking to target towards November to get into that. But what we realize is a lot of people are asking us, what's a BIA and how does that work my tax and what's an example? So we kind of, now that we've got one big project out of the gate, we're shifting gears to educating the public to try to teach everyone what is a BIA and how is this going to affect your taxes, and specific examples to business owners to try to get them to jump on board, because there is a lot of energy. As you can see, we had 100 people at that first event. So now we're kind of switching gears, and then moving into the early fall, we'll be installing these signs, clearing out the area, and then come into November, we'll be starting the formalization process to actually become a BIA as a municipal entity moving forward. I cannot say enough about the BIA. They are getting so much great energy. Everyone is extremely excited, and it's just going amazingly. So thank you to the Killu BIA and everyone for supporting that. Finally, just some other updates. The summer student lunch, Friday, August 27th at 12 o'clock. As Ruby mentioned, the mural is going to be finished by September 1st. I did put in a grant submission from the Canada Healthy Communities Revitalization Fund for $67,000 for the remaining and some extra costs to the Killu Pathways to Wellness project at the former Hope Farm. So I'll be hearing back from that probably within next couple of weeks. The newsletter, it's going to be the first week of September. Working with Council Popinski, we talked about focusing more on after the Hazardous Waste Day and the Environment Action Tour. I realize there's a lot of education process that people don't know that you can recycle a lot of things here in Field of Hagerty Richards. So a major feature of this is going to be focusing on trying to get people to educate about what we actually take at the waste recovery site, trying to divert some of that. Taste of the Valley, this will be the second year in a row they are not going to have an in-person event. So you can go to www.totv.ca to check out what they've developed. It's basically an online platform for farmers markets businesses to see what's available. Sensational is extended till the end of September. It's taken a while, but we finally got some entries into that, and it's weird how it just compounds. Now all of a sudden we're getting about one every day. So we decided to extend it because it was just weird. It was almost like people weren't building the sandcastles, and then all of a sudden they were building them. So I don't know, but that's just the way these online events are hard to project. So
I should have sent a picture. I was playing with my grandchildren. I made one. I took the bucket and I flipped it over. It was beautiful.
Perfect. Could be one. And then finally, rural rewards. It's still gaining traction. It's still picking up. We did realize that people are having some problems just because they weren't aware that you can use it in any municipality in the program. So we're changing gears now in our advertising to basically try to educate the public about that, because it's weird. The businesses love it. The people love it. It's just they're not able to complete their cards because they weren't aware that they could go everywhere else. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And that's my report.
Okay, let's go to page 1 then. Songs from the park. Any comments? Good program. Again, congratulations to Natalie, Dana, and Grace. It's a good program. And of course, to all the kids. Digital duck race. Fire hall opening. History calling. Grand opening for the Frisbee. I need council's permission to tell Chris he can go ahead with it. Any questions before I call for the vote? Those in favor? Donnie, you okay? Ted, you okay? Yeah, go ahead. Best costume ever. New park addition. We were having trouble. People were putting their household garbage in the bin.
They look really good though.
Pardon me?
They look really good.
Yeah, I know, they're professional looking, very nice. Kildu BIA, congratulations, oh, sorry, the, which one?
The BIA.
Okay,
I was approached by a taxpayer, wondering about putting a couple porta potties down there, like those plastic ones
where?
down near the information booth.
Right.
Back further.
Porta potty. You mean like renting them from?
Yeah, but the suggestion was maybe that the BIA might want to. I don't know if they have any interest in that.
Well, that's something that they can develop. So how their budget works is that they basically pick all the stuff they want to do. It has to be approved by council, and once it's approved by council, then that's levied off the taxes. So it is an option. I'd have to bring it up with them. I think the issue, and I've been talking about that before, is that there's not really a lot of privacy with the visitor information center, with having basically someone be right there.
Well, that's the sort of what this gentleman was saying.
Yeah.
People go in there to use the bathroom, and there's some poor girl working in there, listening to fireworks going on. Yeah. I thought it was a good idea. I mean, maybe if the BIA was involved, they could advertise on. I know it's too late this year, but just.
Okay, what, on the porta potties, a COVID, what is that? I mean,
Well, I think this year for sure, you're definitely right, it's way too late.
okay,
It's something maybe we could look at next year, it will all depend on what the landscape looks like.
yeah,
And it would all depend on, because the big thing is, the hours, we're looking at next year, trying to propose a subsidization of some of the hours, because people want to have that open, but we would have to get volunteers or something like that and explore kind of keeping that open, but I don't think that solves the problem which has brought to you, which is that there's no privacy. So, I'd be willing to present, whatever kind of report would be necessary for that when the time
so it
comes.
would be something, Ted, like for the summer,
Yeah,
because like they're expensive to rent those. Like
It would
your
have to,
$5,000 would be gone, I mean, I'm sure the BIA didn't work to raise that money for.
maybe we can come up, see what kind of solutions we can come up with and bring that to council for your review. And see what the cost would be.
Yeah,
and-
find out the cost and talk to the BIA. I think that Ted is asking the questions and then come back and let us know. We have lots of time if we decide to, we budget and those kind of things. So, okay, is council okay with that? Ted, are you okay with that? You'll do research?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they were, like, the ones that share Borough Park were first one.
well, that's the risk you have.
Yeah,
The minute you put that up, okay, there's all good people that use it properly, and then there's the people that don't. And so council has to take that all into consideration, but it is an awful thing when, as a municipality, we can't offer somebody coming to our area the use of a bathroom. It's true. It's not a good thing. I know, 'cause we travel, Henry and I do some traveling, and it's awful. When COVID was, we were driving to Toronto and we weren't able to use anybody's. Nobody would let us into the bathroom. So, it's very difficult. So I understand that, but we do have to look at the cost, of course. And I think Ted's right. A good partnership sometimes is a good thing, but they don't clean themselves, that's for sure. Okay, can you come back to us then on that?
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Anything else on Killdew BIA? Beautiful sign, congratulations.
Thank you, I'm really, really happy with it.
Yeah. I
It
like
turned
it
out
too.
really good.
Other updates, okay, we have the luncheon this Friday. Debbie, are you able to come?
Yes.
Good. The mural is gonna be completed on September the 1st. I think we should give it some, a little bit of press and.
Absolutely, that's my
Okay.
goal with that, is to do a press release and maybe have a small ceremony,
Yeah,
and do that.
because that person that is doing it, it's amazing. Like I just got a sneak little peek there, but, You're talking about the first?
On the first, yeah, it's gonna be completed by the first, so if it's okay with council, I'll get a hard date once she gets everything. locked
Okay,
in.
yes, because I'm away on the first and second, but I'm free on the third, so.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's the long weekend.
Yeah, but I think that, he needs to be recognized.
I agree, and that's why we set the deadline of the first, just so that there would be,
Yes,
I can make
Yeah.
a rough plan around it.
yeah,
And then now she's been working the last couple of days, so it might be sooner than that.
okay,
And so I've already informed her, I said, I want to have the newspaper, I would like to do
Good.
something good for
I
my
watch
residents.
for.
Yes.
Anybody have any questions on that? The grant submission, good, that would be nice if we could get phase 2. Good luck. Yes, thank you, Debbie. Debbie brought up some really good points. She CC'd me. And we do need to educate our public and so good points, Debbie. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You had some really good ideas. So
Thank you. We are, I've been working with Chris as well, and I've been messaging the SPCA as well.
Yeah.
There's the electronics is
Yeah.
always a big thing for them, and Chris
I
reached
think
out.
we should promote all of those.
Yeah, well, Chris has reached out to a business here to see if they'd be willing to store like
Store
a
it.
bin.
Good.
And actually Grandma's pantries, so
Oh,
we
amazing,
put,
amazing.
they put them in contact, so maybe, and they'd be willing to come and pick it up and stuff like that. So
Good.
that might even help a little bit more.
I really want to thank you for your efforts, because you're keeping it out of the, and they're making use of it, it's recycling, reusing, it's wonderful. So thank you, and I know you're a big supporter of animals and neglected animals and that, so thank you very much.
Welcome. Yeah.
Taste of the Valley. Sensational. Oh, I did it. I was reading it. I'm gonna screw that up. Rural rewards. I've seen it all over,
It's cool, eh?
I just keep forgetting my card. I have it here.
He gave me the first card and I have it.
I keep forgetting to take it.
Some of the businesses will say, oh, did you know about, and like, they're promoting it. I love it.
There are superstars, the ones that are promoting it.
Yeah.
When they call me, it's like they're excited, like I'm out again, and it's like, okay, I'll be over there in a second.
So I just play dumb, what's this, On his report as a whole. Chris, well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So who are we left with? Alex, why don't you in your report, please? Thank you, guys. Good luck,
Thank you.
Ruby. Really good luck. I'll see you on Friday. Yes.
See
you
then.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right,
Away you go.
So a little background for this report. Council's received multiple emails and phone calls from members of the public regarding the installation of the cell phone tower on Division Road in Brown Lake Center. Emails and calls appear to all have the same negative consensus about the installation so far. I'm just going to give a little bit of background on the installation of cell phone towers and some general planning stuff that's occurred lately. So recently, I've received an email from a third-party company regarding the installation of a cell phone tower on private property off Round Lake Road, not the same location as Division Road. So this is a different area. So the company for this project asked if the municipality had any telecommunication policies in place regarding the installation of communication towers in KHR Township. After researching, it would appear that the municipality does not. So the company then advised me, and I quote, if the township does not have a telecommunication protocol, our proposal falls under the Industry Canada Protocol CPC-2-0-03. Therefore, provincial legislation such as the Planning Act, including zoning bylaws, building permits, would not apply to these facilities. Industry Canada protocol is a federal mandate. I have copies of it here. I can hand out to you after. It's a multi-page document. The third-party company then advised me that in following suit with this protocol, the following steps would occur. Again, this is another quote from their email. Now that we are ready to begin the application, we would provide a justification report with a sketch/survey for municipal staff review and comments. We also would conduct the public consultation period as per the protocol to give the public a chance to reach out for questions and comments. The public consultation period would include a mail out of a notification package to the residents within 3 times the tower height and an advertisement in the local newspapers. After the public consultation period is closed, the company would address any staff or public comments received. Then their team would prepare a public consultation summary along with concurrence requests to council at that time. So I believe council has received this, the application package / justification report for the project off of Brown Lake Road, again, not Division Road. This is phase 1 of the project. Phase 2 is the notification sent out to neighboring landowners and advertisements in the paper. Once they address all public concerns, council will then receive a request from the company as well, at which time they would request council's approval or disapproval of the project. Now, further upon reading the emails that were sent to you guys, it would seem that the majority of the concerns are stemming from a proposed tower on Division Road, not in the same location as the proposed tower as seen in your packages. I'm at this time uncertain if this means a secondary tower or if they were referring to the same tower proposed by the Round Lake Road location. The office has not received any requests or proposal for a tower on Division Road, so this at this point remains unclear. No communication companies have reached out. It's been the concerns seem to be due to the fact that surveyors were on site indicating that a tower was going in this location, but no contact has been made with the municipality yet. So basically, in conclusion, this is more of a heads up to council about the process involved for the installation of communication towers. At this time, any of these applications or proposals have not yet went to public consultations. They haven't reached that stage yet. Therefore, the communication companies are also not at the stage of asking for council's approval or disapproval yet either. I would recommend that the members of public with issues should be directing their concerns to the communication companies themselves. That in turn will come to the township as well and report. So just kind of a general how the protocol follows through. What you have in your package is just what was sent to staff. It's not asking for your approval or disapproval right now. It's just more information that comes later on. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Tyler is finished, but I was just going to ask a question. Okay. So I know you said that they should reach out to the, I guess whoever is proposing to put up the tower, but I guess some of these emails, they're given the actual name of the company, like Brochures versus Bell. But if I'm looking at this, like it doesn't say that it's Brochures or Bell, it's just.
So the tower on Division that the concerns have been focused on, from what I understand, they actually had a name like Brochures.
Yeah.
This other one off Round Lake Road, it's just a third party company organizing it. So there's no big tech.
Yeah.
name.
So I guess my question is when we get these emails, we say, direct your concerns to, who would we tell them to direct it to?
So,
like Rogers?
Yeah, so in your pack, this company that I've been chatting with, they actually put together in their package, if you have concerns, send it to this address, this email, this phone number. They actually have it laid out pretty good, so.
Okay, but we are not going to be telling people on Division Road that sent letters who to contact, because we have not been contacted by anybody. As far as we're concerned, there's nothing out there, so.
So they will at some point, if they're within that radius, will get a notification package that
And then
says
they
this
don't
is
know.
who you contact.
We're not getting involved because we're not involved at this point.
Sorry, Madam Mayor. So the letters that the people, should we tell them that we haven't received notification yet?
Yeah,
Just
we'll
to let
talk,
them know.
we'll,
Okay,
yeah, we'll talk a
So,
little more.
Again, the Division Road, no, we have nothing.
okay.
Nothing, there's no calls that came to the office, no application. Again, it has to go to the newspaper and those notifications sent out to the public before that request even comes to council, so. And in their package, it'll say, this is who you reach out to, this is the company looking after it. They're the better ones to get because they're looking after it through that federal protocol, right, so.
Okay, any other questions? Tyler, is there anything else on that?
No, just that.
All right. All right, so we're going to continue on the agenda. We do have to go into close. I've got a couple of things, okay, and I'll ask Tyler to stay. Did you, Bob, you have
It's a
some
bylaw.
Oh, the bylaw, you're waiting for that? And you're waiting for your promotion? No. Oh. There we go. That's, we should have done that. Why didn't you, yeah, you'd have been talking, yeah, you'd have been talking.
He's only assistant, I can't say that.
Okay, let's do the road and general vouchers. She's given it, you've given it, okay, there you go. Sorry.
Ted Brown, declared pecuniary financial interest with road vehicle voucher number 07-2020.
Okay, so council, oh, wait. I forgot, I apologize to two of you. Okay, questions on any of the road vouchers? Carl?
23041.
23041.
DEI 94.
BEI, yeah, that's
The gravel tender.
the gravel
Okay,
tender,
thank you.
Okay.
One more,
yeah,
23052.
2305.
Yeah.
Jimmy McClement?
Is that the fire department or is that ours?
It's Jimmy McClement, $2,074.
Well, that's,
Must be some, repair of some sort.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to clarify that it was fire department. Keep your eye on them.
Any other questions on the bills? Okay, I'd entertain a motion.
Moved by Debbie Kuprinski, seconded by John Jeffrey, motion to approve road and general voucher 07-2021, email of $472,376.89.
All those in favor? Carried. Am I the only one that's fine?
No.
Okay, you know what, council, let's move on to that bylaw, and then we don't have to keep our fire chief either, and I apologize, but I should have done that. Oh,
Take
okay,
care.
the
good night.
anniversary there next week. All we've been here, 20 years. 20 years.
Married,
Congratulations.
What about the 30th? First.
Congratulations, you three.
Legal.
Take care. That's a milestone. Okay, bylaw number 28, 2021, the open air burning bylaw. Okay, so, let's put the motion on the floor and then we can ask questions about the bylaw. Okay, let's do the motion.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Ted Brown, motion for first and second reading of bylaw number 28, 2021, being a bylaw to amend the open air burning bylaw.
All those in favor? Okay, first, no, I don't do, no. Okay, so any questions of our fire chief on that open air? Can you find it, John? You want me to give you a minute? Did you find it? Okay,
That's basically, we're changing the
yeah,
fees, right?
yes, the fees, but there was a couple of wording.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of went through that the other
And
day.
also, 18, 19,
Oh, and then we went to the phases, you know, like, we can go.
Level 1, level 2, isn't it levels?
So that, yes, so that in they can still have a little weenie roast and those kind of things, okay? Any, yeah, go ahead.
I told my granddaughter to work and I came through the rest.
Yes, I see the Bolshevik Valley, yeah, fire ban.
Yeah,
I was
Bolshevik
gonna bring that up.
I think Bolshevik.
Yeah, they have a sign, because I drove through there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think somebody had posted it and then there was a question, I think, because I see it on one of the Facebook posts, because they see the sign and they thought it had to do with us here, and we said, no, somebody posted no, so.
Council, because the surrounding ones, now North Agona hasn't posted it yet, because I live there, but, is council's wishes that we put a fire ban on, Bob, would you recommend that?
I'm not quite there yet. The last couple of days it's been, things are starting to be a little crazy.
Okay.
But we also getting rain at night as well. I still can't cut the grass in front of my place with the tractor, so.
I think they're jumping on the other townships,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, well then, okay, council, then
Yeah.
we won't put it out yet, all right? And Bob, if, when you do decide that maybe we're at that point, if we don't get the rain, I'll call members of council, okay?
Okay.
All right, bylaw. Anything further on the bylaw? Okay, so let's have first and second reading then.
bylaw 28, 2021.
Discussion? Second reading? Short, please.
Bylaw 28, 2021.
Questions, comments? Okay, motion for third.
Moved by Ted Brown, seconded by John Jeffrey, motion for third reading of bylaw 28, 2021.
All those in favor? Carried. Council Short, please.
Bylaw 28/2021.
Okay. Done. Anything further for the fire chief, guys? Okay, thank you, Bob. So council, you know, we send this away now to the province. Okay, two of them. Three of them? Maybe four. No, we're gonna go back. I was trying to let, Tyler has to stay because we're gonna go in camera and, I don't wanna tell the public to go away for a while. We'll do everything and then. Take care, Bob.
Thank you.
Good night. There you go. Okay. So Sue, do you have anything?
Yeah, I have a couple of things.
Okay.
On your desk, the strategic plan meeting,
Yeah.
it's September the 13th at 9 a.m. Just so that everybody has it, to take a look at it. Today we got a nice plaque from John Yakabuski about the grand opening of the fire hall.
John called me that evening and apologized. He said I was watering flowers. I didn't remember, and I got into the house after your call and I opened up my book and I went, darn it.
We also need a resolution to hire Amy Jessup.
Oh, yes. So Andrew Jessup has accepted our offer of employment to be the waste attendant, to work with Darren. Okay, so motion on the floor.
Moved by Stan Kosky, seconded by Debbie Kuplinski, motion to hire Andrew Jessup for the position of waste management attendant, full-time, effective September 1st, 2021, for the probationary period of 1 year.
Discussion, all those in favor? Oh, sorry, Stanley, did you want? No? Okay, all those in favor? Carried.
Amo, I put on your desk a report regarding the federally regulated staff holiday September 30th. Now I did reach out to the other CAOs. A couple did get back. County of Rankin was they're proposing the resolution. They're going to fly the every child matter flag for the month of September. City of Pembroke is considering adopting the resolution, and Township of Madawaska, she's taking it to her meeting as well. There was a resolution provided. There is a CAO meeting on September the 3rd, and they're going to discuss it at that meeting. But I thought I'd give council a heads up on.
So the federal government, who is in an election, is offering another staff.
And Paul Morrow had sent an email out to everybody saying that it doesn't apply to the Ontario Employment Standards Act. If the government of Ontario changed the ESA, then, you know, it could be another staff.
Okay, yes, and for businesses in Ontario.
That's right, but not right now.
Not right now. And then what's this? I sent an email asking what their implementation, that's something different. This part here, did you talk about that?
Yeah, oh, I already said that, Jack. These are the people that would apply.
Okay, okay. Comments or questions? Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, the September 30th exercise. Gail has applied for the municipal modernization grant intake 3. And he's hoping to do all the renovations of the rink. It's 100%.
It's 100% funding?
Yes.
And he talked about new doors, new windows, everything.
Yeah.
Fixing the whole building up again, making it look nice.
Yeah.
And that way it's 100%, so we wouldn't have to add. That's right, we got one because he said one was 80/20.
That's right.
Which is the 80.
That was the awful.
So anyways, he's applied for that. I gave him the vote to do that.
Yeah.
Would be great.
Also, I got 2 reports. I didn't print them out. One is about a Tower City resource guide. from Eastern Ontario Regional Network. Plus, there's the Cannabis Operations Study Background Report. If anybody wanted them, I would photocopy them.
Okay, anybody want a copy of any of that?
Okay, that's it for me.
All right, let's move on then to, okay, fire minutes from committee reports. Okay,
Moved by Brian Pikowski, second by Ted Brown, motion to approve the minutes of the fire committee meeting held on May 10th, 2021 and July 21st, 2021, open and closed session.
it's July 13th on here.
I'm sorry. July 21st, pardon.
Okay, so this wrong on here then.
Yes, it's wrong.
Okay, sorry. You heard the motion, all those in favor? Carry, okay. All right, correspondence, I'm gonna go quickly, guys. We have a in-camera session that I think will hold us up for a while, so let's try to, if I don't hear from any member, I'm assuming you're okay. So I'm going to, OPP, where's that? Oh, here, revised date for that. Any comments or questions on that correspondence?
Well, that's the Smith Falls, the decommissioning.
The Ottawa Valley newsletter, comments, questions? New producer responsibility regulation for Blue Box. Yes, this was really good. I found that interesting. So we're not gonna have to pay, you know, but we have to do the plan and we got 2025. Anyways, the good news for the municipalities. Main Street Recovery Act. Golden Lake property owners, the July update.
Did Brown Lake have one? No, because
No, they canceled. They asked me to speak and then they canceled it because of COVID.
Okay.
Okay, MT Cheryl, go on. Ottawa Valley Business Newsletter. Stop me if there's anything, if I'm going too fast, council, please. RCA TV trial rating operation. Attorney General.
So,
Yeah.
was saying that he has read Robbie's letter,
Yes.
so that first one has now been processed by the Attorney General.
Well, Robert McCall was wondering if we could send up a follow-up letter. Because at that time, he heard nothing from Steve Kirk to do something done.
A follow-up letter in what regard?
Same as what was sent, because he said he heard nothing, he told me he heard nothing from Steve Kirk or any source. He was wondering if the follow-up letter could get things going.
So they're not saying that they've adopted a new.
No, they just said that they got it.
All they said is they got the letter.
Yeah.
So
They had notified him as well, you know, where
they haven't CC'd, like
No, they didn't
normally they mark as CC.
Normally, this is-
Like, so they obviously, with council's permission, we could send him, a copy of that letter.
Yeah,
Okay, show of hands. We send him a copy of what.
yeah, because I think sending the exact same thing before is not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Send
and they've got it.
Send Rodney a copy of
Yes, of this. Okay,
Yeah. and ask-
everybody,
What we want to do is send one in from the Renton County private landowners to just try and help them out.
okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Attorney General, oh no, federal gas fund. Federal gas tax. How much are we getting?
76.
And got 3,000 more. Wow.
And they're also changing the name, and if you notice, fire
Why
stations
does
are now.
governments change the name? Then they gotta change all their papers, all their envelopes. It's just unbelievable.
Because now fire stations are now all eligible, that's why,
Oh, well, of course.
after you go to fire hall.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want something else? Oh, well.
No, but I know that we've been putting a lot of it to the roads, which is a good
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, definitely needed.
Okay, okay, grading, attorney general, federal tax, okay, county of record, the new digital version newsletter. If we wanted to put anything in there, we could, yeah, well, that's very nice of them. Okay, then, request for consideration of a, oh, we got another noise bylaw.
Yeah, but fireworks and stuff like that.
Okay, and where does Jane live?
It's in Round Lake.
Round Lake?
Yeah.
Okay, council, discussion on the letter from Jane Sullivan. Does anybody want to change their position on a noise bylaw? We've had several of these letters. We've always said no. Would council wanna, you wanna consider changing your vote to yes? Okay, did you, everybody had an opportunity to read the letter? Okay, those that do not want to change their vote, pick up your hand. Good, okay, so could you let her know that we discussed it, we're sorry?
Inform her that if she doesn't post a blank code.
Yes. Yeah, okay, good idea, yes. Okay, Countdown Public Art Project, the update.
Oh, yeah, the mosaic.
Yeah, they're doing it,
it.
yeah, they're
Nice.
nice. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, Kate Merton. Now, I also got an email from Nicole and Andy Kroll, I think is his name. He wants to be considered. So, Debbie, you and I usually review all library.
Yeah.
So Sharon Sabalski has resigned, and so.
They're only looking for one position, right? And there's two that.
Well, I mean, it's up to council. There is room.
Okay.
Yeah, can we have more than?
Yes, there's a ratio, so, I don't know, we have to look at it, but council, can I have permission that Debbie and I can review? Could you tell Nicole that to get Andy to send one in, so then we could look at both of them? And then, if it's only one position, then Debbie and I'll make a recommendation to council, okay? If we can take both, then we'll make a recommendation on that.
That was gonna be, I suggest that if we
Yeah.
can, we should keep the board.
Absolutely.
Because, I've been
Absolutely.
on the board and I know we can always use.
Oh, absolutely.
More.
So maybe you could just send an email to Kate and to Andy saying that council, that, there's a committee set up and you'll be in touch with them, just so they're not gonna think we forgot about it, okay? FIRs,
What did we win?
thank you. This is wonderful, though. This shows you that our staff's on the ball. Yeah. I mean, to get a letter from, Steve Clark, 2 years ago. Yeah, he called me, a couple of months back, but anyways, he said, I looked at he called me about, telling us we were getting more COVID or something. But anyways, this is, great news, and it is a reflection on our staff and how they can. And then our bursary winner. Very nice. Gracie. I'm not sure. If you the last name, so I don't know.
I think it's probably Trubinsky.
Okay. County of Bradford, the passing of the official plan. You've given us a copy.
Who all was on the line? I couldn't see it, just said so many people. Okay, there wasn't that many people.
I was there, but I kept getting thrown off.
Oh, okay, I think it showed like 10 people were on viewing, which wasn't a lot, I thought, for it being across the county, but.
Well, we had beaten that, over and over again, but I just wanted to make sure.
Well, no, I know, but I'm thinking, other municipalities that,
But I guess they felt their man, but I wanted you guys to be, if there was something different, I wanted to know about it. And Sue was gonna call me immediately. And I was on holidays, but if I needed to get on there quick, I would have done it. Okay, then the Ottawa Valley, that was on the desk, I guess. Yeah. Any questions on that, guys? Okay. That all the correspondence? Yes. Okay. Let's do the bylaws.
Just, sorry, Madam Mayor,
Yes.
there's a motion in here about surplus.
Yes, that's right. We have to do the bylaw for our declare the shoreline road mound coming up.
Yeah.
Surplus. I forgot.
Okay. And that's what number?
It's not a bylaw, it's just a.
Well, motion, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, let's do the motion and then we can talk about the bylaw.
Moved by Brian Tomasi, seconded by John Jeffrey, that the council of hereby declares the property described as follows as being surplus to the needs of the municipality. Part 5 on plan 48 by 1.566. Being part of shoreline laws, now block 22, concession 1. Geographic Township of Copenhagen, Richards County.
All those in favor? Carried. Okay,
First and second reading of that thing.
okay, so that's, yeah, no, which one do we do?
Well, you can just go ahead and do.
them in order? Did you do the Gavin one and the third? Yeah, we, no,
to do that.
okay, we need a motion then to do bylaw 2221, third reading on the shoreline rule.
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Brian. Toss the motion for third reading of bylaw 22/2021.
All those in favor? Okay, third reading short, council?
Please.
Bylaw 22/2021.
Okay, we're moving on then to motion first and second on bylaw 2621, entering into an agreement with ANS. Motion,
Moved by John Jeffrey, seconded by Ted Brown. Motion for first and second reading of bylaw 26/2021 being a bylaw to authorize the execution of an amending agreement between the corporation of the township of Copenhagen, Richards, and the automotive materials stewardship.
all those in favor? Carried, first reading short, please.
Bylaw 26/2021.
Discussion? Second reading short, please.
Bylaw 26/2021.
Discussion? Motion for third.
Moved by Brian Crosby, second by Ted Brown. Motion for third reading of bylaw 26/2021.
All in favor? Third reading short, please.
Bylaw 26/2021.
Moving on to bylaw 31, shoreline closing. First and second,
There's also 29 in there, Madam Mayor.
that was done already. Oh, 29 is what?
The rescinding of council's authority.
Oh, yes.
Rescinding and the delegation. I think it might be on the newspaper.
Okay, I must have the old one, I apologize. Okay, let's do 29 first then.
Okay, moved by Ted
Oh,
second by Ted Brown. Motion for first and second reading of bylaw 29/2021. Being a bylaw rescinding bylaw 17/2020 delegation of council authority.
all those in favor? Carried. First reading short, please.
Bylaw 29/2021.
Discussion. Second reading short, please.
Bylaw 29/2021.
A discussion. Motion for third.
Moved by Brian Kosky, second by Ted Brown. Motion for third reading of bylaw 29/2021.
All those in favor? Carried. Third reading short, please.
Bylaw 29/2021.
Okay. Then we're going to bylaw 27. No, that's confirming
That's
bylaw.
20, you're going to 31/2021.
It was first and
Second,
second.
second only.
I thought I did that. Okay, go ahead.
Moved by Ted Brown, second by John Jeffrey. Motion for first and second reading of bylaw 31/2021. Being a bylaw to provide for the stopping up and closing of part of the original shoreline road allowance fronting lot 22, concession 1, being part 5 of plan 49R 15566, Township of Taylor, Hagerty, and Richards.
All those in favor? Carried. First reading short, please.
Bylaw 31, 2021.
Comments? Second reading short,
Bylaw 31, 2021.
okay. All right, so, any new business? Also, any new business? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to go in camera, and I believe Sue has ticked off the reasons why. I want to thank the public. We'll be in camera, and then we'll be coming out whenever we finish our business. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Moved by Debbie Kupinski, seconded by Ted Brown, be it resolved in council meeting to a fourth reading. Pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 is amended for the following reason. Personnel matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunal.